Is social media ruining your life? You know, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say no. Because if you say that social media is ruining your life, you're basically saying that you don't have any control over your actions and that your life is basically out of your control. So I would rephrase the question. Instead ask, are the habits that I have around my social media ruining my life? Because they very well could be. Now, I don't want to sound harsh or insensitive, and know that I'm saying this with all the love in my heart, but there comes a time when you must take responsibility for the things in your life that are controllable, but that you choose not to control. You have to take responsibility for those actions and the things and the habits that you are currently inhabiting, that you are in control of, that you have the opportunity to change. For example, if you sit there and complain about how social media takes up all of your time, it's ruining relationships, it's ruining real connection, it's ruining all these things, but yet you spend all this time on there and you're like, yeah, I know, I'm guilty of that. Like, I know I spend way too much time and I'm not productive when I'm on there. That's gotta be on you, because you have the choice to look at your habits, gain some self-awareness and say, okay, look, I do spend too much time. This affects my productivity, my happiness. And so I need to change that. I need to do something about that rather than just letting it happen to me. That's gotta be on you. Because if you don't change, nothing's gonna change. It's just not going to happen. If you keep that same habit of following these people that are 10 times hotter than you, 10 times funnier than you, further along in life than you, and it makes you feel like crap following those people, but you still follow them, choose to unfollow them. Make that choice that you're going to change the people that you're following, change the habits that you have around your phone to change the outcome of your experience on social media. So be honest with yourself. Before you go blaming social media for ruining your life or for causing all these problems to you, check yourself first. Are you doing everything that's in your power to make social media a positive, an uplifting, a motivating resource for you? Or are you using it in a way that's demoralizing, tears you down, and it's all perfectionized and it's just this horrible wasteland? How are you using it? Now, if you know me at all, you know that I'm not the biggest advocate of social media. I don't support a lot of things that go on here, and I'm not 100% all in on it, but I do believe that it can be used for good. We can use it as a tool and a resource to build others, to build ourselves, and to spread a better message if we choose to use it that way. If you wish social media were more real, more raw, more encouraging, and more all of these positive things, then I challenge you to be that change that you want to see on social media. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be that positive change that I want to see on social media in hopes to inspire you or encourage you to do the same thing if that's something that you are wanting more of on social media. It all begins with you and I taking the step and making the leap to be the person that stands out, to stand out and to do those things that we want to see on social media. And then other people will catch on because they've been thinking the same thing too, but they've been too afraid to say it because they feel like they're the only one, or what if this, what if that? But it all begins with me and you. Now, I'm challenging you and encouraging and supporting you to be that change that you want to see on social media, to stand out from the crowd. Here's what I mean by that. The change that I want to see on social media is people posting less about all the things and all the beauty that their life seems to be for everyone else, and posting more when they do post about the goal that they set last month, that they experienced growth from, that made them feel joy, that helped them find their purpose, that helped them realize that life is actually super incredible and that you growing and developing yourself is what makes a person truly happy and what makes a person truly whole. That is the message that I would hope we could spread more on social media, rather than the message of buy these clothes, go on this vacation, do all these things, have all these things, because this is going to make you happy. Which you can be happy in a moment for doing those things, and they are necessary from time to time, but those are not the core things that are going to make you become a happier person or become that person that you're really wanting to be and who you know you're supposed to be, because you're just, all these things are thrown in your face all the time saying you need this, but you don't need that. It all begins with within. You have to begin within and set that sure foundation to realize that that is where this happiness and this joy and this full life is going to come from. I want to see the person that works on themselves and builds themselves up, not so they can show off to others, but so that they can help build others and teach them that, so they too can experience the joy that comes from doing it. These are the changes that I would love to see on social media, that we could create this chain reaction of growth and progression and all the positive things that we should be working on and focusing on in this world. So what can you do today to begin becoming the change that you want to see on social media, in society in general, in the world? That's exactly what we do inside the Becoming membership. We're working on becoming the fullest version of ourselves, working on our strengths, building up new ones, and progressing in all aspects, and then teaching that to another person so we can spread this message that it's through growth and through progression that we experience real joy in life, and it's through helping and teaching that to another. I'll leave a link in the description below if you want to check that out. But if you have a different message that you wish you could share on social media, but you're not quite sure how to pinpoint what that is, I have also created a free downloadable sheet for you that you can download. It'll help you figure out what your changes that you're wanting to see and lay out an action plan of exactly what you can do to start becoming that change today. Next time you hear someone say, or you say it to yourself, "Oh, social media is ruining my life," ask yourself, or ask them, have you done everything in your power and in your control to make social media a positive, uplifting, happy place for you? Or are you just letting social media happen to you? Once you do this, you'll begin to see things totally differently, and you'll begin to take back the control that really has been there all along. So thank you so much for watching this video. I'm supporting you. I'm cheering for you to stand out and be the change that you want to see, because it all begins with me and you. So get out there and become that change that you are wanting to see.